She secured a spot, but told Dina, I don't have time to do anything right now, but I see what you're doing. Dina said, I'm going to be blowing that thing out, whatever, and she secured a spot. 9 months go by, and Janie Williams is her name. She'd just been slammed with her 3 jobs, working nonstop. And Dina happens to call her and says, look, we got to get together, man. Have you seen your business? And she's going, no. She goes, what do you mean? She goes, you got 84 people on your team. Look in your back office. She goes, back office? Even, one of those crazy stories. She goes and looks in her back office. She had 84 people down one side in about 9 months. Well, here's what was happening with Janie. Not only did she have 3 jobs, her husband, she's in probably her late 50s, her husband's early 60s. He worked for United Airlines. And with United Airlines, he had worked there about 37 years, and because of a medical condition, had to leave early. They gave him his pension, and between his pension and his Social Security, he had just about enough to kind of retire and just sort of live semi-comfortably. Well, when United Airlines went through their bankruptcy and restructuring, they took 50% of his pension. So all of a sudden, here's a guy who was 65 years old who is now working over at the Bass Pro Shop. And I found all this stuff out after Janie saw it and saw that she had one side with 84 people. Now her husband is a very analytical type engineer person who wasn't really on board with her doing anything like this. But when he lost half his pay and he's over now working at Bass Pro Shop, and she sees what she's got right there, she just says, I'm flat going to do this for him. And she goes to work, and she starts, and I'll be straight up with, man, I've watched that lady's personal development in the last 15 months. Unreal where she's come in 15 months, because she's been to every single training event. Listen to the CDs and all that stuff, because she was a little hard to kind of reel in there at the very beginning. She was a little crazy in trying to build the business and losing more people than she was bringing in. But long story short, she's now got about, I'd say 180, 160 right left. I think she was up, her last residual check was about $1,400. Well, guess what 50% of her husband's pay was that he lost? It was $1,600. So in 18 months of her coming to go to work on this thing, what took her husband 37 years, she replaced almost that income right now. But here's what's unreal. Janie's building this business. 6 years ago, her daughter committed suicide at age 15. And she's been dealing with internal struggles like you wouldn't believe. I was at a She said if it wasn't for this business, she would have ended it. She's not killing it. She's not making, $10,000 a month. But here's a lady on my team who, if it wasn't for the family, like you guys are having here, the camaraderie, the people and stuff like that, she said she was going to commit suicide. Wow. And that's,
wow.
Because anyway, I mean, ain't like that quite. I'm just trying to get across to you, with you on whatever reason it is you're building